What's poppin', beautiful people up in YouTube land? I put the 3G value, you feel me? On this vid right here, top scariest fantasy movies. I don't know what to install. I just want to see it. So let's get into it.
Fantasy flicks are all about bringing our wildest dreams to life. Unfortunately, it turns out our wildest dreams can be pretty terrifying. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 nightmare fuel fantasy movies.
Willy Wonka.
For this list, we'll be looking at live action films, nothing animated, sorry Coraline, that are primarily in the fantasy genre, not just horror or monster movies. Let's go.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Oh, they're trying to copyright me, man. Oh.
With a combination of janky facial compositing, menacingly creepy body language, and fever dream plot logic, 2019's favorite joke movie Cats can actually be a really disturbing viewing experience.
Don't you
Cats
listen to
are
him because
OD
he's a complete
scary.
nutter
I haven't
bastard.
seen this, but it looked freaky as shit.
Characters appear for seemingly no reason and work their way through uncomfortably sensual choreography. Rebel Wilson trains cockroaches to dance only to devour them right out of their marching band. Idris Elba's fur color is way too close to his skin tone, making him look as though he's nude at all times. And that's before considering the motion capture effects straight from the darkest depths of the uncanny valley. Cats may not be trying to be scary, but it is succeeding.
Oh,
Yeah, this is freaky looking.
Number 9. Legend. Legend is a
Never heard
cult
of this.
classic from the 80s, beloved for its dreamlike atmosphere, sense of mythic unreality, and for having a devil with what
Yo.
may be the biggest dang horns in movie
Yeah, that devil look crazy, boy. Nah, if I was a kid watching this, I'd be dumb scared.
history.
My son
Look at
just
those
got even
things.
scarier.
Ridiculous. And in part, it's Tim Curry's skin-crawling performance between those horns that earns this epic dark fantasy its spot on this list. Sure, Tom Cruise is a
young
dreamboat,
Tom
but when this movie
Tom
stops
Cruise.
looking gorgeous, it gets scary fast. The set design, creature effects, and special effects are all perfectly calculated to transport you out of the
Yeah,
world you
these
know
niggas all
and
look
into an
freaky.
often disturbing dreamland.
Dreams are my speciality.
Number 8. Dragon Slayer.
Unclean beast, get thee down!
As a piece of cinema, Dragon Slayer is a little spottier than Legend. It's got weird pacing, and in some scenes, the special effects could have been better.
That special effects. Oh nah, special effects look extra taraji.
But
Green
those faults
screen,
might just
trash.
be because the filmmakers were
Bruh.
spending all their effort on the pulse-pounding cave showdown.
Yeah,
with darkness
that's
and flames
terrible,
dancing
bro.
around.
That is terrible, even for 80s standards, bro. Like when you see stuff like Star Wars compared to this, like
The
it's
watery
like,
depths of the Dragon's Cave. This movie
Even like
pulls off what
E.T.,
might be
you
the
see
perfect
shit
version
that
of that
compared to
classic
this?
fairy
Oh,
tale
nah.
dragon battle. It's so full of firestorm menace that it'll have even the bravest knights and moviegoers shaking in their armor. Number 7. The Never-Ending
Speaking of,
Story.
yo, I see so many memes of this, bro. Like, I've never seen this movie. I might have seen it when I was a little kid, but I gotta see this, bro.
What a delightful
Speaking
movie,
of
right?
bad CGI.
Falcor, the luck dragon flying around in the sky,
That is terrible.
heroes and magic and monsters.
Dude.
Wow, that's a lot of monsters. Did that guy just get vaporized by a sphinx?
Terrible.
Jeez.
Terrible.
The Never-Ending Story traumatized a lot of kids with the Gamork scene alone, featuring a wolf-like creature, but the real villain is
That
the
wolf
crushing
looks scary as
philosophical
shit.
terror.
If you come any closer, I will rip you to shreds.
From Artax sinking into the swamps of sadness to the rock giant horrified by his failure to save his friends, and the Nothing gnawing away the fabric of reality. The Never-Ending Story was some surprisingly heavy
You
stuff.
know, you gotta sneeze, but don't want to come out. That's how I feel right now. Look at that.
Number 6. The Harry Potter franchise.
This is my shit, bro. Hands down. Harry Potter was my
Again,
shit
it's for
growing
kids. How scary can it be? Especially in the early movies. And there's a face in the back of that guy's head.
Just give me the stone.
That was wild freaky. That was wild freaky.
Hey, what is it with children's movies and disintegrating people? Yeah, the Harry Potter movies started pouring on the spooks
can't show
early
blood.
and only got wilder as time went by.
Well, just go.
Go.
What's so wrong with it?
Think not. My sons and daughters do not
You saw
harm
how gangster
Hagrid.
Harry Potter was like, why don't you just go? This nigga Ron aside.
On my command.
That son Chucky.
Giant spiders, snakes, hooded soul suckers,
talking
and
about
whatever
the
that
little
gross
toy.
bench baby was that Voldemort turned into. There's something at this nightmare buffet for everyone. Are you starting to rethink that childhood dream of getting your Hogwarts acceptance letter yet?
Nah, I'm still 13 OGG still won't go up at Hogwarts. Feel
Number
me?
5, the Lord of the Rings
Yeah,
franchise.
this was OD freaky. Especially the Precious dude. The Precious!
There's nothing like a good blood-curdling shriek to get the blood pumping. While The Lord of the Rings was revolutionizing the way we see fantasy films, it was also filling our dreams with its outstanding
scary
nightmarish
looking.
monsters. Sure, the orcs and trolls are intimidating, but the real nightmare fuel is that piercing Nazgul shriek.
I tell you one thing, the CGI in this was so amazing that it looks better than like I would say 40%, 50% of the movies that's coming out now. Like a lot of CGI looks terrible in 2020.
Let's hear it one more time. Chilling. Add that to the gross fell beast they ride around on, and you've got fuel for a brand new phobia. And hey, if shrieking wraiths don't freak you out, there's always Shelob. And a list of nightmares, getting tied up and paralyzed by that disgusting dripping spider is still a major highlight.
Let him go, you filth.
Number 4, the Dark Crystal. When the Jim
Oh,
Henson
they look
Company
freaky.
makes a monster, they don't mess around.
The story runs deeper than you know, and you are part of it.
So what happens when they set out to make a whole movie about them without any human actors? Well, another classic of the
This
fantasy
look
genre,
like
turns
Legacy and
out.
all of them. I think that's probably where the same director.
But if you thought puppets were just for singing the alphabet on PBS, you'll change your tune after one look at the Skeksis.
I tell it!
Trial by stone.
In a world of vibrant,
Nah,
majestic creatures,
They talking about them. Them niggas right there look scary.
Skeksis are rotting, stagnant parodies of life. And if their good looks aren't enough to freak you out, just wait until they start sucking the life out of cute woodland creatures to stay
That's
alive.
cute.
You're very lucky,
That's cute.
Dave. Only
No.
the Emperor can drink your essence.
Number
I know he
3,
was-
Return to Oz.
Wait, they did a sequel?
Would you like to go for
I didn't even know they did a sequel to this.
The Flying Monkeys
check
and the
this
Wicked
out,
Witch
actually.
from the original Wizard of Oz were enough to give kids nightmares at the time. But for the unofficial sequel 4 decades later, the filmmakers seem to have pulled out all
Hey,
the stops
Dorothy
from the
a little bit
Nightmare
younger
Machine.
than
This is
when
a
she was
movie
in the
that
original
starts
one.
with Dorothy being sent for electrotherapy because her family thinks she's crazy for telling them about Oz. And that's not even why it's on the list.
Nah, that shit look wild scary. I want to see this.
We're talking halls of screaming heads, howling claymation rock monsters, and worst of all, the Wheelers' shrieking wheels. 2 faces, pure terror.
Oh, wow, that sounds creepy looking.
Number 2,
That nigga laugh-
Willy Wonka and the
Oh,
Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka.
By now,
That's my
you know
shit.
that this being a kid's movie doesn't mean you're safe, right?
The suspense is terrible. He's gonna go this time. I hope it'll last.
Sure, it's all
is
candy
my
and gumdrops
shit, bro.
until you get stuck in industrial machinery or turn into a giant blueberry.
Bro, he was really fucking with these kids, bro. He had. He was wildin', bro.
Like a blueberry.
Or nearly shredded by a ceiling
even
exhaust
almost
fan
killed
that
them,
should
bro. They
not be in
won
the
the whole
same room
damn
as the
thing.
drink that lets you float into the air.
I got the golden ticket.
But all those things could have just been simple negligence. The one scene that proves
This
once
was
and
the
for all that Gene Wilder's Willy
scariest part
Wonka
of
is
this.
seething with malicious intent is
He was
his
wildin'.
factory
Screaming
tour's
at them, too.
rhyming paddle boat ride. Wait, what? Just watch.
The danger must be growing,
Oz.
for
The
the rowers
dangers must be
keep on
growing.
rowing, and they're certainly not showing
Certainly
any
not
signs that they are
I saw Willy Wonka the man, bro.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions that will also keep you up at night. A Monster Calls, for turning teen angst into dark imagery.
This look crazy.
What took you so long?
The Company of Wolves, for brutal werewolf
Yo,
transformations.
1984 was it? I feel like it's multiple 1984 movies. 1984 was a different time, bro.
The Witches, for scary old
she
ladies.
look wild scary, bro. Why she look like that?
Stop England.
Why she look like that?
Your disgrace.
Wow, why they all look like that?
Miserable witches.
Hook, for that terrifying crocodile.
I didn't even know they did a sequel to Peter Pan. Well, not even a sequel, but like a movie for the
Labyrinth,
villain.
for lending a helping hand.
I think I've seen this when I was younger.
This is a piece of cake.
Dumb bitch. I think I'm getting smarter.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel
promotion.
and ring the
I know
bell to
y'all
get
gotta do
notified
this,
about our
boo. Add
latest
it up.
videos. You
Add it
have
up.
the option to be notified
Add
for
it up.
occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Might as well just keep it now.
Number 1, Pan's Labyrinth. What else
Never
could
heard of
we
this.
possibly pick for our number 1 movie?
And I was a preteen at this time. Never heard of this.
The previous films are rank amateurs when it comes to creepiness compared to
It's
Guillermo
pretty-
del Toro's
graphics is pretty
masterpiece.
cool in this, though.
It's not just the creature design or the special effects, or even Doug
that's
Jones'
fire.
creepy hand
Creepy ass
gestures
shit,
as
that's
the pale
fire.
man. It's the darkness of fantasy compounded by the real-life evil following the Spanish Civil War. It's the atmosphere of equal parts wonderment and dread. And it's the nerve-wracking terror of seeing a little girl crawling into a nightmare hole or facing a child-eating giant with none of the softness fantasy usually treats children with.
What the fuck?
Ew, don't touch that little girl.
Word, why
It
you
was
touching
inside
that?
a massive toad.
Do you
She
agree with
got-
our picks?
She got multiple fucking viruses and shit going on her. She the one that started that corona shit, bro. But yeah, most of these shits I might have to actually see these because they freaky. But it's your boy Gene. I'm up and out of here. Peace.